Underwater is a 2020 movie set underwater. It stars water and some actors. The premise is this: the crew of a mining facility located 6 miles under the sea or something like that get in big trouble as the facility starts to implode under the pressure. But wait a minute, Jeffrey, that should not happen under normal circumstances. So why do this? Don't know, gonna have to watch the movie to find out, as this is a review, not a breakdown. Anyway, the crew must battle extreme pressures and mysterious circumstances while trying to get to the surface without imploding. So I give this film 2 imploded skulls out of 5. So, not a great score. If you want to see how I came to this rating, then stick around. If not, get out of here, you scum-sucking scallywags! But like and subscribe before you do though, because it helps me out, thanks. Spoilers for Underwater ahead. So straight up, the reason I didn't love this film is that it didn't really do anything new or show me something I hadn't seen before in some form or another. But before I rip at a new one, here are a few things I did like. The cast was pretty good. Decent performances all around, and nothing really bad there. The dialogue was subpar, but you know, the actors were fine. It looks fine as well, aside from the monsters. They're a bit dodgy looking, but I guess setting everything underwater makes shooting tough. But overall, considering the relatively small budget, or is it? I don't know. Is 80 million or a small budget? I don't know. Anyway, it only made like 40 million at the box office, so the runtime is decent. I've said it before in other videos. These days, I will give a movie points if they are just around the 90-minute mark. It has to be a truly epic film for me to get on board if the runtime is over 2 hours. Like, it must be truly gripping to keep me fixated on one thing for that long. Given my childish concentration level, 90 minutes is like maxing out for me. So in the case of Underwater, it didn't seem to drag. In other words, the pacing was pretty good. I wasn't bored due to the lack of decent pacing and events, but I was bored more because I had seen all this shit before, more or less. Why this film did not work for me is as follows. The characters are boring. Like I said, the cast were fine, but the characters are boring. As the movie starts pretty much with a bang, we barely get any background or a chance to flesh out the people we are supposed to give a shit about. In other words, I don't care if they lived or die, except for Jessica Henwick's character, but that's only because she's a total babe. Shallow, I know. But I am but a simple man with simple desires. It's basically Alien underwater. Scary monster chases a wayward crew through tunnels and shit, bumping them off one by one, blah blah fucking blah, seen it all before. In fact, you know, that's all it is. I've just seen all this before. It wasn't exceptionally gory, or there wasn't anything new brought to the table. We learned nothing of the monsters, which is fine, I guess, but it needed something. Like, if you're going to have a relatively repetitive film, something that's been done from time to time, at least give us some sort of explanation. If you don't have an explanation, you have to do something riveting, which this film didn't. I like mystery, so it's okay to not have everything explained, but if you don't have a compelling adventure, I need something. More information, a twist, but we didn't get that. We get idiots making idiotic mistakes in an atmosphere we have seen before many times, filled with the same old monster thriller movie tropes, and just movie tropes in general, including the classic going down with a bomb at the end. You know, that classic sacrifice to save the whatever hero shit. I mean, and then, you know, fuck you to the big bad guy and then kaboom. Yeah, I've said it many times before. The reason this movie is dull is because we've just seen it, man. It's like deja vu, but not in a cool, weird way, like more like a, oh yeah, here we go again. For I am a complex man with complex desires. My ravenous appetite demands fresh stimulus, that which this movie failed to deliver. Anyway, what did you think of Underwater? Leave a comment and let's get a friendly discussion going. I know this is a bit of a short video, but you know, it's a pretty fucking average film. There's not really much to say about it. Okay, love you, bye.